Clubbing is an important part UK's economy, culture and entertainment. The UK's economy during the day is growing too, while the economy at night is growing 2.2. For a lot of people, clubs were for a long time a source of lifetime of music, best friends, memories or even meeting their partner. We can trace many examples of the way nightclubs have nurtured communities away from the mainstream, most importantly in the history of gay clubbing. Despite the reputation of the British being reserved, there are long traditions of hedonism in this country, citizens living for the weekend. Life after dark can be chaotic, something of a secret, a lost time when in our actions what's normal doesn't apply, a chance for some casual flirting, to seek pleasures, to be different, to look different, to be lost in music. In the last 3 years, the club industry has seen a big decline despite its importance. Young people seem to seek less hedonistic ways of entertainment while their financial instability cannot allow them to spend an extreme amount of money on a night out. This, as well as the DJ fees that club owners say keep increasing, especially for middle-tier DJs, has contributed to the closure of many venues, most importantly independent. The nail in the coffin for clubbing was of course coronavirus that closed the lucky ones temporarily, but many permanently. This is the biggest challenge the industry has faced. Like any other industry, nightclubs had to adapt. Clubs in Europe hosted social distancing nights where costumers could attend as normal, wearing masks but only dance within a square drawn on the floor. Other ideas they tried were drive-through parties and open-air social distancing parties. All above options have not been viable as attendance was forced to be limited due to regulations and the experience was not the same since clubs are built around skin-to-skin contact. The only one that worked were the virtual parties. Virtual parties were the talk of the lockdown. Club Quarantine is a big virtual club created and catering mostly to the LGBT+ community. The founders note that most LGBTQ people have found the restrictions too hard since they spend too much time alone and many have no families to turn to. Others found the VRTUAL clubs good to promote their own business, particularly those involved in fetish communities. Ultimately, VR parties are here to stay and many physical clubs have tried adapting to that. Talking to sub-clubs owners and promoters who are hosting live performances through Facebook since May, they keep it up to maintain engagement. Sub-club has loyal costumers and in times like this, it is important to keep them happy and involved. At this time, the club utilizes Facebook to promote their events and an external website to host the live performance. Are costumers satisfied? A lot of people have tried various forms of virtual parties, the less adventurous ones, through Zoom but also raves through Second Life, a video game, or Vault VR, a platform that allowed VR users to party in their living room. The one with the most dedicated costumers and attendance is the Vault, a platform pre-existing to COVID that catered for people who couldn't attend an actual venue, like people with health issues. The director says that the platform had some traction before but the engagement since the lockdown began has accelerated. People now have a more positive experience because they meet new people every time they log in. What is the future of clubbing? One of the main reasons the lockdown restrictions were broken were house parties. People will always want to party like they are used to. The future of clubs would combine the physical venues and the VR parties. The target audience for clubbing are individuals between the ages 18 to 35 with 20s leading the way. Men reflect the 60 of the club goers. The VR experience of clubbing has expanded the target audience and the crowd became a lot more inclusive. The future marketing of clubbing will target digital consumers. Digital consumers are impatient, knowledgeable, easily distracted and not loyal. They are a difficult crowd that needs to be offered innovation. This will happen by offering them a new clubbing experience, through their VR headset or by controlling the lighting setup in their living room through AI. They will offer them international DJs in affordable prices that would otherwise pay hundreds to see. They will be offered communication with the people attending the gig through breakout rooms or dating apps. COVID-19 has given the industry an opportunity to restart business on a clean slate. Nightclubs will reopen with minimal staff while vending machines and automated mixer, spirit machines will be introduced. Staff will be there to assist with operating the machines but the costs of staff on shifts will decrease dramatically. Majority of exchanges will happen through QR codes, whether that is entrance to the venue or paying for a drink. The way digital and physical clubbing will interact are various. The DJ set will be streamed live in a selection of platforms that would include Vault VR and Second Life as special events, a broadcast though live streaming service, and all of these options will allow people to interact. By scanning your QR code on entry, you will be connected with all people that attend the event in person or digitally. This way, all attendees have the opportunity to chat and meet. A big motivator to go to the club is finding a date. A dating add-on will be introduced that will allow all attendees that are looking for a date to connect. Another big change UK is facing is Brexit and the difficulties artists and agents will face from now on. While touring the UK can be very difficult for European artists that play a huge part in UK's nightlife, by 4D video technology, VJs can play a set in a studio and live stream it in clubs. This way, VJs that were otherwise non-affordable, could now have a live night in various venues for a fraction of the usual price. What these proposed changes aim to achieve are increased inclusivity by catering to people that want to attend the club and people who don't without taking anything off the experience. Increasing revenue by digitizing their presence and their way of operation within the club. Also by offering various ways of attending and close monitoring of their attendees, there will be less chance of a new lockdown. All these changes will be looked at closely and the industry will adapt accordingly. Leading and lagging metrics will be used for that reason. Online and physical attendance will be looked at closely as well as the cost of the new model of operation. Growth in net income and income also. Another factor would be the potential decrease of crime related to clubs. By having people logged in through QR codes, attendance will be a lot more transparent. A lot of news outlets are talking about the death of clubbing and that the industry is on its knees. Truth is, people have shown a need to party and how eager they are for something new. This is not the end, but will be a new beginning.